You may fire when ready.
Shout out to the B&B Blue Milk Brigade. Hey, Josh.
What's happening, Andy?
Trevor.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hey, guys. Good to be here.
Welcome to the Holochronicles. Here we are, episode 8.
Let's go ahead. Say it.
The last Holochronicles. No, we can't say that.
No, it is definitely not the last Holochronicles.
Maybe the Holochronicles Jedi. I don't know. That's all I had for that one so far. And I don't even know what we're going to do next week if they don't give us a darn title. We'll make it up. Yes, just like the internet. Hey, welcome in. Like we said, shout out to the BMB. That's the Blue Milk Brigade, fellow collectors like us that follow along and share their collections and more. And also make sure you follow us on all the major social networks, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, at Holochronicles. You can find us in all that. And please, thank you for listening right now. Hit subscribe.
Wait a minute, Josh. Where can we be found for the podcast?
We can definitely... Oh, yeah, did I miss that? We can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, TuneIn, Stitcher, SoundCloud. So we got them all. We're everywhere.
We're on many platforms.
We
now,
are worldwide.
Tip of the cap to you, Josh. Tip of the cap to you for your hard work this week.
Nothing but a cut and paste.
Cut and paste in a little bit of time.
No. So thanks. Like we said, please subscribe, like us, comment, follow us on Twitter. We love all that. Follow us on more.
Star Wars news!
All right, Josh, let's get right into this here.
Let's do it.
This week, I went and I listened to a number of the Star Wars by the Numbers on YouTube.
Yes.
They're great.
They're excellent.
It's for those that haven't seen or heard of Star Wars by the Numbers before, I highly suggest that you go look at them. There's the last one that I saw this week was all of the lightsaber ignitions in the Star Wars movies. And it just back to back. You know, and sometimes it's just like one person like Luke igniting his, and others it's like in the arena in the Clone Wars where they're on Geonosis and every Jedi
20.
lights up, just you know, but then it's just a running count of how many times lightsabers ignite.
How many?
Oh gosh,
Are you going to give it away?
No, I won't spoil that for you.
Okay, no spoiler.
But there's a few more examples. All of the times Chewbacca makes a noise or
Yeah,
speaks,
I watched that one last week.
There's a lot more than you think.
Turns out Chewie has the last line in I think two or three episodes.
Yeah,
definitely a New Hope.
What did he say?
Yeah. Duh. I think in New Hope he was like, "I am the greatest."
Yeah. He's like, "Where's my medal?"
Yeah.
I think that's what.
That's the real.
That's the real
deal right there.
Got the
Leia.
shaft. Yeah. So there was. Let's see. There's a bunch of them. There was all the lightsaber ignitions. There's all the times people said yes and no, and it's like
that's digging.
That is a lot of editing.
it's like 5 no's to every yes.
Oh, negative.
It's
negative.
It sounds right.
It's a negative show.
Yeah.
Negative
Yeah, it's
movies.
like, no. Yes, no.
Does Wahoo count as a yes?
I don't believe it does.
Seems yesy.
Yeah. Wahoo.
Uh,
Or Yahoo. Sorry. Wahoo. I don't know.
No, but those were
Next on next week's pod, Wahoo or Yahoo? There it is, Twitter.
put it on the poll. No, those Star Wars by Numbers. I encourage you to go watch them. There's
YouTube, right?
Yeah, they're on YouTube. There's not many of them, but there's enough that they'll keep you entertained. You can watch one or two, and then go watch a couple more later. But
You'll be smarter afterwards.
Yeah, or maybe. But they're definitely entertaining, and I can't imagine all the editing required to do one of those episodes, let alone like 10 of them. So,
Nerds.
yeah, but they're good. They're worth it. I highly recommend them. Also, this week, we got a glimpse at some of the costumes and menu items for Galaxy's Edge. Josh, did you happen to catch those?
Just a glimpse. I didn't dive deep, because half of me wants to just kind of find out when I get there, which who knows when that is. But the other part of me just doesn't care
Yeah,
about the food.
yeah. They had some interesting food menu items, and of course,
However,
being part of the BMB,
yeah. We do care about this.
we do care that there were some blue milk options, and we were also comforted to find out that the blue and the green milk options were not actually milk.
Right.
What?
They're
What
like,
were they?
They're like a fruit-based thing. Then
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. As long as you can add alcohol.
Right.
can you do that?
Do you have to
Peruse
squeeze it?
brew is what I'm going for.
Yeah, well, I
Do you
think
have to
that's more in the
squeeze it?
Mos Eisley area of the Galaxy's Edge. I'm not sure if that's open to kids.
I thought they
but-
were going to add
Does
that.
the green milk? Do you have to squeeze it out of one?
Well,
of those?
that was on
Yeah,
Twitter.
like,
That was on Twitter. It's
ew.
like, if I can't harvest this myself.
If you're gonna harvest the green milk, how do you get it?
gross.
By the way, fun fact, what's the name of the creature that was milked?
I don't know.
Exactly. It ends in siren, which is kind of funny because it's on an island. I get it, but I forget the first part. Something made up.
siren?
Something siren. But yeah, I'm sure we can get that, verified on Twitter.
Right.
Twitter
Send that
will
out there.
verify.
Twitter-
it.
Twitter will
Just
correct.
about everything.
Thank God I don't know that.
And then let's see. We don't have a lot of news.
Hold on.
Oh,
What
okay.
about the food?
Okay.
So I have a couple questions so the food, nothing special. You have nothing to comment there.
Not really. There was just a picture of some food things, and
They showed a picture of the costumes. Now we had a little debate about this. The costumes are it looks like a family of Jedi, meaning a mother and a father, and a daughter and a son. They're giving all the options.
sure.
I was saying, or my wife, give her credit, was like, well, I thought you couldn't wear costumes in Disneyland if you were 8 or older, but they were showing kind of costumes that look like they'd fit me or my wife. So your theory, though, is that they're showing you costumes that you may see on characters or what do they call them?
Workers.
Not workers. They call them cast. The cast.
Okay, yeah.
Whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or is that, I don't know, maybe that's universal.
Hired Disney employees.
Exactly. So what do you think? Do you think those are going to be available? Like, can we purchase Jedi robes to wear at Galaxy's Edge?
Well, I would imagine like you can purchase any Disney costume.
Can we wear them?
Now that's another question. I think there'll be costumes there that you can buy, just like you buy a Belle dress for your daughter or something like that.
For my daughter. Yeah,
for your daughter.
Okay. I'll take a 3X Belle dress, please.
Jeez.
And
talk
Diet
about
Coke.
Beast and the Beast.
And a Diet Coke.
No, I think the pictures that we saw were for the people that were going to be working there.
All right.
Primarily.
Yet to be determined.
I know
don't
you can buy a Jedi outfit.
It could be like a
Anywhere,
hood, no
but-
hood kind of thing. Like you can do a Jedi outfit.
You can't cover your
without a hood.
face,
Right.
maybe, yeah,
Yeah.
that kind of thing. I don't know, but I was under the impression that they
Shallow
were
cowl. Is that what we're
a
saying?
shallow cowl. Or,
Shallow cowl. Yeah. So
I get it. I like the movie.
All right. Okay. No connection, but yeah.
Yeah, all right.
All right. So we have a final piece of news.
Yes,
Hold
it's-
on. And this one's listen.
This is big news.
This is big news. This is our news.
This is we're putting it into
Now, this may
the
not.
Star Wars
This may not
atmosphere.
be a unique thought.
No, it's not an original idea.
It's not an original idea, but it is an original focus. It is an original movement, I would say.
It's the movement.
And it's
Creating
one
the
that
movement.
it's a platform that we are adopting. And yeah. Laugh it up,
And you
fuzzball.
won't let it go. It will not be let go.
We meaning me, may maintain this
I'm
for
with you.
longer.
I'm with you.
For longer than we should.
I'll buy this T-shirt.
But this is it, and we have a little intro we created over days and days of editing.
Without further ado,
Bring it. Here it is.
Mace lives.
This party's over.
What you say, Mace?
Take a seat.
Oh, snap.
For your own good, stay out of this thing.
Oh, yeah, Mace. Mace talking big.
If what you've told me is true, you will have gained my trust.
Mace, trust us.
Mace trust us, or in other words, hashtag Mace,
Mace
lives.
lives.
Mace lives. Mace lives. We brought this up on the pod last week as one of our kind of theories, and it
Wouldn't
just-
it be cool?
It grew. I dreamt about it. I thought about it after dreaming about it. And
Your
I was
brother Sam came up with a cool GIF.
we gift
The
about it.
purple saber.
Mace lives. There is no way a Jedi Master gets thrown off a roof anywhere.
And doesn't live.
He's alive.
He didn't even get cut in half.
So the movement here is that Mace lives. I think that at Samuel or whatever, what's his handle? Who cares? We'll find him. We have found him, and Mace lives.
I might have tried to tweet at him a couple times this week.
And
Just
and
an image with a purple
I need you.
lightsaber.
I need you all to join the movement. BMBers out there, Twitterers, Instagrammers.
Hashtag Mace Lives.
Mace lives. Hashtag Mace lives. Now, what are? Let's talk about the top 3 things. The first things that Mace does when he comes back. Now, we already talked about how he comes back.
I love that. I love how you're talking about it as it's happening.
No, it's happening.
Like, this is happening.
Once the movement gets behind it, and
when
Samuel
this
L. is
happens.
he'll get on
Right.
with this. We got this.
He's a huge Star Wars guy. Of
He
course
is.
he's going to get behind this.
Yeah. Another payday for Samuel.
Well, as we saw at the end of Rogue One, when that red saber lit up at the end, I mean, that everyone kind of lost their mind. You would get the same reaction
purple.
if Kylo was in a dark room thinking or staring off into his Vader helmet, and all of a sudden,
Yeah.
and then, here Mace has been plotting the whole time, unattached with anybody that's left to the Resistance, unaware of their schemes and their plans. He's been off to the side, resting, waiting for his opportune moment.
What
to
if he's
strike
like-
back?
He's like, come here,
by
Ray.
himself.
Come here, Ray. I'll train you.
Oh man,
Oh man, is right. He
yes.
trains.
And you know what?
trains.
I'm too old now. Take my saber.
Oh, now we've answered 2
We've
questions.
answered 2 questions.
Mace lives.
And
Purple saber for Ray.
Now,
Period.
we did put
Wow,
up a
period.
poll. We did put up a poll last week. What color of a lightsaber do you think Ray's going to have in episode 9?
Last pod we talked to.
Blue was the consensus, like 60%, about 60% thought that she'd stick with blue. The next most popular was green.
Green, yeah.
And then
Our vote.
yeah, that's what we thought. Yeah, that's right. And then purple was a choice on there, and it was not selected very much.
That is
wanna-
very Mace.
I do want to throw out a suggestion here, and doggone it if I can't remember who commented it, and I apologize if you're listening with all of my heart. But that person suggested, what about a yellow lightsaber? That's kind of the color of a disenfranchised
Was that
Jedi.
the Rogue Squadron 2?
It might have been
Rogue Squad 2, I think. I
can't-
forget his handle, but yeah, you might be right. Okay.
And it was a good idea. I could totally get behind that, especially if they are pushing for more of the Gray Jedi,
Right.
like you were kind of
Yep.
hoping.
Yeah, we got to connect our theories, huh?
Yeah, so Gray Jedi, yellow saber, or Mace comes back, gives him
Purple.
hers.
Oh yeah, we had a
Gives it
pic
to her.
of we had a few things like Samuel's got was it BMF on his saber, bad mother.
Yeah. Which saber's yours? Well, the one that says
Yeah,
BMF.
yeah.
bad mother. Oh,
So so anyway, hashtag
Mace
Mace
lives.
lives. Get behind the movement. You will see many posts
from
promoting
us.
this.
From
Yeah,
us. From us. And maybe only us, but you're gonna see it. If
People
you're
are catching on.
You heard it
They're
here
catching on.
first. You heard it here first.
You heard it here
really.
first
People are
again.
catching on.
Yeah,
Yep.
you heard it here first again. Speaking
gotta,
of Ray, there was a T-shirt that came out this week that got Twitter a buzz, and I think everybody kind of knows that the shirt that came out was a picture of Ray with a symbol of the Resistance behind him, and it said around the crest it said "Rise of the Resistance," which could be seen as a spoiler to the Episode 9 title. Rise of the Resistance, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. And honestly, that would be fine. It makes sense. Although the Resistance...
Return of the Jedi, Rise of the Resistance,
Yeah,
Revenge of the Sith.
it
Apparently,
does
we need
need
an
to-
R to start
Yeah, that's
all
true.
final, the third of the installment there. So, yeah.
So that part does make a bit of sense. And then Rey was holding the whole thing was in a blue color. She was in blue, but that meant the lightsaber was also blue because it was just 2 colors.
Right.
But there was a jagged edge, like Kylo Ren's red jagged edge lightsaber, but it was blue.
Undisciplined crystal.
Yeah, so there was like, oh my gosh, it's blue, and it's jagged. That means she made it, and it's kind of rough because she's not polished and she doesn't have a mentor.
That or the screen printer couldn't do a hard line.
Also,
A lot
could
of
be
theories
true.
came from that shirt because the guy couldn't get it to be a straight line.
Right.
Anyway, that shirt for a day or two got the internet's talking pretty good about it. But I think everybody kind of understands that if there's going to be a spoiler, it's not going to be in some random T-shirt.
A random T-shirt, probably in Hawaii somewhere that somebody made on their
It's a
own.
cool shirt.
I don't know why Hawaii, but
Yeah,
it seems like they're ahead of us.
I think they make T-shirts over there.
They do. Sure they do. Mahalo.
Anyway, that's all I got for Star Wars news.
All right.
I do think you've got a bit of a game. Is that what I hear?
Yes. We did this a few pods ago where we played a game where we had to guess if the comment was either made by a Rebel pilot
Or Top Gun?
or a Top Gun pilot. So these are lines from the movies.
Right, right, right.
They're fun.
All right.
And that was
Listen
kind
up,
of
listeners.
fun. That was kind of fun, but I'm going to play this game. I haven't told Josh or Trevor.
Right. We're in the dark.
The dark here. So we're going to play this game with Josh and Trevor, and you listening at home can play along as well. The game is called Jedi or Musician. Okay, I'm going to tell you the name of either a Jedi or a musician.
Master Gaga.
That might be a little too on the nose. But you guys tell me, is this a Jedi or is this a famous musician?
Okay,
All
here
right,
we go.
I guess
who you asking
they were-
first?
if they
Do
were
we
really-
ring in?
No, I'll
you
let
just
you
gonna-
both. I'll let you both. I'll give you both opportunities.
Okay, let's give it a good
All right.
pause to let the listening audience decide.
Okay, we're gonna start off easier and work to harder. Okay,
That makes sense.
Okay.
It's like all game shows.
All right. First one, Galen Merrick.
What?
Galen Merrick,
Okay.
Jedi or musician? Trevor.
Jedi.
I'm going with musician.
Okay.
You're just doing that because it was the opposite.
Yeah, but
It's-
whatever you pick.
that's
One of you is right.
It's me.
That's what you get
that's a
when you
Jedi.
listen to the Holochronicles. 50% accuracy.
Better than Stormtrooper blasters. Okay. Galen Merrick is the featured character in Star Wars Unleashed.
Nice.
He's Star Killer, a.k.a. Star Killer.
Oh, it did sound pretty good.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Next one.
Dang, I feel bad.
Josh, you're going to go first on this
okay,
one.
got it. Thanks.
Okay.
That way Trevor can do the opposite and be wrong.
Yep. If you pick right.
All right. Here we go. Cornelius Bumpus. Is that a Jedi
I hope it's a musician.
or is it a musician?
Oh, Lucas, you a-hole.
Say it again.
Hey, you'll be Master Cornelius Bumpus. I was like, what?
Master
Porkins is like, shut up. That's a good name.
You lucky bastard.
You lucky. I'm going with musician Cornelius. Bumbles bounce.
I can't, I don't know. I don't think I can go on the other side. I'm thinking music.
all right.
I'm going music.
We're doubling down.
Cornelius Bumpus is a musician for the Doobie
Yes.
Brothers.
Thank
Doobies.
God.
Doobie.
That was a close one.
Okay.
Trev
okay.
2 for 2.
almost
Josh 1
terrible.
for 2. Trev just copied me.
Artemis Pyle.
Damn it.
Am I first?
Sure, Trev.
Yeah.
Artemis Pyle.
How do use Artemis Pyle in a sentence, please. Because if it's like Artemis Pyle took on the Sith, hey, no.
Well,
Oh, jeez. Artemis Pyle.
Well, go. Jedi or musician? Trevor.
I just got to throw a guess. I'm going musician.
Yeah, me too. Musician.
Artemis Pyle, yes, musician.
No.
Leonard Skinnard.
Leonard Skinner.
I know there's people out there just screaming.
You're like, hold on.
All
How
right.
do you not know?
Jolie Bindo.
Jedi.
I would have
Go
to
ahead.
Jedi too.
Would you? Oh,
I would.
You're a copier.
Well, I'm not a copier. That just
It was my turn.
Bindo.
Master Bindo
Master Bindo.
Bins.
is a Jedi.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Jaden Core.
Ooh.
And that's me.
Yeah, that's you.
Jaden Core.
Jaden Core.
This is a tough one.
That one sounds. Yeah.
They are getting tougher. Jaden Core.
Jaden Core,
That sounds
lead
like it's
singer
Jedi.
for Mbop. Oh wait, no, that was
The Hansons.
Hanson.
Hansons.
Hansons. Yeah. Mbop.
I'm going to go musician. I'm going on the opposite side. Musician.
Jaden Core sounds very That's a Jedi.
Ooh, one of us is right.
Master Core.
No.
Yep.
From where?
I don't know. It's a Jedi.
Wikipedia. Look it up.
All right.
Oh, we're tied.
All right.
We're tied.
I don't
All
know.
right, you got to go first.
I don't know. Jedi names. Google.
Tyrion Porter.
Ooh,
That's you first.
it's me.
Yeah, you got to go with that.
Tyrion Porter.
It's musician. I just.
Oh.
I'm going off the alternation here. We had
I'm going
double
Jedi.
musician Jedi, then back to
I'm
musician.
going
throw us
Jedi.
off.
I'm going opposite. I'm
Ooh.
feeling Jedi.
What'd you say? What's the
Tyrion
name
sounds
again?
familiar to me.
Tyrion.
Not Tyrion.
Tyrion.
Lannister.
Well,
Tyrion Porter is
Master
going Jedi.
Porter. No.
Yep.
No. Sorry,
it
musician.
sounds powerful.
Somebody
Very
goes-
powerful.
What if you went Master Tyrion?
Ooh,
Well, that sounds
that's powerful.
cool.
Yeah, it's right. I'm right. Just say it.
He's a doobie brother.
Yeah. Master Porter.
He's the worst kind of musician.
Mace
Doobie
Lives.
brother.
Okay. All right.
All right, now I got to go first.
Yeah.
All right.
Fine.
You guys, just a couple more here.
Okay.
Kyle Katarn.
Kylo Katarn.
Nope, just Kyle. Kyle Katarn.
Um,
Jedi.
Especially with the first name of Kyle.
I know
Yeah.
Kyle just.
I mean,
sounds
Kyle
weak.
just doesn't sound powerful.
on,
but
Kyle.
Kylo.
Come on, Kyle. It just
can
sounds like
you
a
imagine?
musician that doesn't even.
Oh,
fit in.
I think. Did you make your choice, musician?
I'm going Jedi. It's just I'm going Jedi. Were you going to go Jedi?
I think I have to. Kyle. What's not Porter? What's the last name again?
Well, you could play it safe and just pick the same one as me and win the whole time.
Katarn.
Just cheesy.
Oh,
Strategy.
Kyle Katarn. Now Katarn sounds familiar as a Jedi, so I'll go Jedi.
No, it doesn't.
It
You're
does.
full of it. Name where?
The Katarn series.
Oh yeah, lesser known.
Yeah, right.
Rogue Squadron
Yeah, it's a
Katarn.
Jedi Master Kyle. Katarn.
Oh, you lucky
Oh.
copycat. All right, you got to go first.
Are we
this time.
even?
Yeah, this is the last question.
Is it?
Yeah.
You didn't say that, or are you making that up?
No, he just said
Hit the
a couple
drop.
more. He said a couple more.
Well, I got a bunch, but I feel like we should only just do like maybe one or two more.
Okay, hold on. Let's do one more, and then if we're still tied, we'll do the final tiebreaker.
Okay,
Where
that sounds
we
good.
will guess the opposite of each other no matter what.
Yeah, deal.
Okay. JY.
You're first.
Wait, what?
JY.
JY Jelly?
Yeah,
Master
Jelly?
Jelly?
Master
I'm sorry. Keep it clean. That's a musician. Like JY. Hold on. Or is it?
JY?
No, not musician. JY.
You're talking yourself into that answer.
He's got a grill.
Okay.
she.
Then I have to go opposite. I have to
You
go
don't have
Oh.
to.
Well, I'd have to because
So you're gonna try.
Oh, wait.
I got to try and tell
Is it
no.
first name J, last name Y, or just J? Like, do you spell out J and then WHY?
I feel like if I told you the answer, it would give it away.
You already picked.
Wait, what? Like, but
What's
they're
that?
both letters.
That's cryptic.
Right.
Okay, I'm still going with musician.
Okay.
Okay, Jedi. Let's go.
JY is the lead singer for Styx.
That's it. I lost
His name's James Young,
I lost it.
but everybody calls him JY.
Who doesn't?
What a dumb name.
Who doesn't call him JY?
JY just lost
think-
this competition
Stupid.
for me.
I think that's who that is.
I think.
Okay.
That was a
Okay.
quick Google.
All right.
Last one? Or
Well,
two
I've
more?
already lost, but
Well,
we
not
do
if
another.
not if this is not the last one.
Okay. I'm gonna do two more just because I love both of the names.
All right.
I love both of the names.
This is called the double Jeopardy right here.
Okay.
Double sabers.
All right. Here we go. Danbert, no bacon.
Is that me or you? That's me.
you, thank
I have
God.
to pick no bacon. Good night.
Master No Bacon.
You're right. This is stupid. Oh my gosh. I feel like
grease inside you.
this is one of those where I pick musician and he is actually
Oh.
Master No Bacon.
Well, already I don't like a musician or Jedi.
Danbert.
Yeah.
Danberg No Bacon.
Come
it's
on.
like, wait a second, Master No Bacon.
I'm gonna go Jedi. I'm going Jedi.
There's
And you gotta
no
decide.
way.
no bacon's
No
a
bacon.
Jedi.
Wait, Porkins. Shit. Shoot.
There are some cornball names in Star Wars. Just don't forget that.
Yeah.
I know. So maybe Jedi no
It's
bacon
his son,
is Porkins.
and he got murdered.
Well, no,
Nephew.
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure Porkins didn't get a date before he bit the big one on. It's like
It's a distant
he
cousin.
was halfway
It's
through
a
a night.
distant
He was
cousin.
halfway through a Jenny Craig 6-week run.
There's a reason there's no hashtag Porkins lives.
There is a reason we all saw it. I have to go. Would you say Jedi?
I said Jedi.
I'm going musician for God's
It's
sake.
Danbert No Bacon plays for Chumbawamba.
why do you have so many musicians? That's dumb.
Don't try and guess me. Don't try and guess me. Okay. Last one here. Tavion Axmus.
Oh, geez. Me?
Yeah, you're
Josh.
Come on.
Tavion Axmus.
He was actually. No, I have no idea. Yeah, Jedi.
musician. I got to try and get one of these back.
Yeah.
Master Axmus.
But I was going to say it sounds like a Jedi.
Gosh, what a walloping.
Well, there was
Yeah,
there was
that was-
also Siri
it took a
Tachi.
turn.
There was Rosh Penin, Ram Koda, Ayla Sakura, Adi Galia.
Secura.
Those are all Jedi names. The only ones that I didn't read from the
Sabers
musician
don't lie.
list, was Chaka Khan.
Chaka Khan.
I thought that was a little too easy though. Nuno Betancourt.
Oh, that would have been a Nuno would have thrown me because I'm like, that sounds pretty.
He was guitarist for Extreme.
I mean, really,
And words.
given
Oh, that's the one that got stuck in our head.
Nuno.
And Chantal Clamet.
Ooh, Jedi.
No, we're
Singer.
in musician.
No.
All right.
Even when given the clues.
Show me your collection.
This week's Show Me Your Collection comes
It was
from...
a beautiful one. Wow.
Yeah.
This was cool.
I was super
This
impressed.
was really
This
cool.
was a next level collector here. Not only does this collector at Vader Rapina, his name was just Vader when it shows up on the
with
Twitter
skull bones.
with the skull bones. Vader at Vader Rapina. He collects the vintage figures mostly, the vintage stuff. He said that he has a lot of stuff that he didn't show, but he just wanted to focus on this
No,
stuff
he did the
because
4
he
picks.
was.
We asked for 4 picks, and that's
Yeah,
what he gave us.
He gave us 4
all we
picks,
needed,
and we
though.
got 3 plus costume full head to toe Vader gear. You'd think with the name Vader Rapina, if he's going to have a costume, Josh, what do you think it would be? Vader. Okay, he did head to toe the Dark Lord himself. It was very impressive. What he chose to focus
impressive.
most impressive. What he focused on in his collection were the Jabba's palace figures, play sets, and what he did was he took, I don't know, it was some sort of shelf that he constructed to be like the Jabba's throne room, and there's a little cardboard play set that goes with that, and then underneath it he built
Custom.
He built a trap door that was kind of like a chute into the Rancor pit, and I don't know, it was just very cool.
What I loved about the Rancor pit was that he has some lighting that shines down the Rancor, like in the movie when there's like a shaft of light from wherever. I guess.
Yeah, there was
Tatooine's
some
two
time.
sons.
He put some serious
Yeah,
time into
and he
that.
modified the trap door from what were the trap doors that are on Jabba's throne and kind of the wrong spot, type of thing, which is excellent. It was great.
It's totally cool, and I didn't even think to put this up, but he sent a little 20-second video in the messages to us that he had hooked up a Bluetooth speaker.
I didn't see that.
behind it where there were Rancor noises and there was
Oh, man.
the Max Rebo band playing. And
Has he got like pay-per-view, like museum kind of thing?
well, he
That's-
just plays a little.
That's crazy.
Put a little speaker back there, and it's Bluetooth, and so you can play whatever he wants from it. But the fact that he was playing sound effects from the movie
Well, the real
made it
question-
really cool.
Real question. It's in some sort of glass case, which looks like maybe a modified like a fish tank or something. But
Yeah, kinda.
It was pretty cool. I was like, there's like a python somewhere without a home, but that's fine.
Yeah, maybe some geckos that are
Yeah.
running amok.
Yeah.
So, it was all custom though, except he did have retro figures.
It was
in there.
custom in the display, but it was
the figures
retro
were-
in the
yeah.
figures,
Yeah,
I
it was,
thought
it was
a good
really cool,
mix.
and it was
A
kind of
really
like
good mix.
I would be interested to see the rest of his stuff too, because it maybe he picked out
Keep
the
us
coolest
wanting
thing. Yeah,
more.
exactly. Dangle a carrot in front of us, and
So
we
good on
might-
you, Vader, or Vader what?
at Vader Rapina.
Rapina. What does Rapina mean?
I don't know. That could be a town that he's from. It could be his last name,
Ah,
maybe.
Darth Rapina.
Yeah,
It was good.
Darth
Good-
Vader
good
Rapina,
collection.
and his wife also follows us too.
Oh, cool.
And so there's a little husband-wife follow there.
Mrs. Rapina.
Mrs. Vader Rapina, thank you for the follow, and thank you for letting your husband do that.
And Vader's a great contributor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vader.
Easter eggs.
Ooh.
Remember, the Easter egg content that we put out here it can all be found on Google and
The interwebs.
the interwebs and stuff. But just to throw out here, are you guys how familiar are you guys with Shadows of the Empire?
Not as familiar. Well, I played the heck out of it as a kid. But
Great
I was not
Nintendo
digesting.
64 game.
I was just winning.
Yeah. You got to be Dash Randar
Yeah.
running through
He looked like Kevin Costner.
a little bit.
he
yeah.
looks like Kevin Costner. Look at Dash Randar and any of the artwork, and it's Kevin Costner just kind of.
Well, they couldn't use Han Solo for the time period they were making the game for, because at that time he was artwork in Vader's.
He was Carbonite, no Jabba's.
Yeah, in Jabba's
was
Jabba's
Carbonite.
throne room, he was hanging on a wall. So they had to come up with some, rogue, rapscallion kind of guy.
Kevin Costner
Well-
from Waterworld. Perfect.
Duh. Anyway,
Waterworld.
so
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
so there was a book, there was a video game, a Nintendo 64 video game, and then there was a very short series of figures
And some figures, yeah.
and a couple of vehicles.
Didn't we just find a Prince
Shizor?
Caesar?
Yeah, we did. But the
In our collection.
the vehicle that Dash Randar flew around in was called the Outrider, and it was a Carillion ship. It was all very Han Solo-y, but not Han Solo.
Yeah,
Like,
Had the cockpit kind of off to the side.
Yeah, it's a version of the Millennium Falcon, and
Round, fast.
the cockpit was similar.
Looked like a hamburger.
Yeah.
It did. Anyway,
Dash hamburger.
that vehicle, the Outrider, you can see it in season 3 of Rebels. It's in there. It's in there. I like that.
That's
I
pretty
do
cool.
Like that. I like the connection.
I think I can add to that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
can
and
add-
it was flown by some air quotes, some young rebels, which could be, Dash Randar, and he had a droid with him too. That was, but one of those young
Yeah.
rebels could eventually have been
It's also
Dash Randar.
hold on. I believe it's also in the special edition New Hope. It's taking off from Tatooine.
You're thinking of Ghost and
I don't think I am. But that's okay.
are you thinking?
We can
of,
vet it.
Are you thinking of the rebels?
I am not. I think that what
Ship?
was the name of the Rendar ship?
Outrider.
I think the Outrider is taking off from Tatooine in one of the special editions. I'll double check that. I could be wrong. You might be right. It might be Ghost, but that's weird because Rebels was a ways off, whereas Rendar
No, Rebels was not a ways off. It was
from
it-
the
it-
from the
it was-
special editions.
It predated.
No. But
Rogue
from
One.
but it hadn't been. It didn't exist in
Oh, gotcha,
like being
gotcha.
created. That's what
Okay,
I'm saying.
I got you.
I think it's Rendar. I think it's the.
I hope you're right. That's cool. They're connecting things because all of that is considered old canon, not canon anymore.
Not canon,
And so-
non-canon.
which is too bad. Shadows of the Empire is my favorite book. I know I've said it before, but I love that story and that storyline with all the characters in it that were just in it for that one story.
That's a good egg, though, especially if we had a double egg. That's like a double goose egg. That's great. Easter egg.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah. Come on, you have to back me up sometimes.
I'm down.
jeez.
I'm down. I'm down with your double Easter eggs.
Goose egg. Goose egg is what I really got on that one. All right, what's next, man? That was pretty good. That's some good news or a good Easter egg. So, what?
Well,
we got anything left,
we are the BMB because we are collectors,
We are.
and so.
Oh, hold on. We were remiss.
No, I know. I'm giving.
Oh,
an
you're
opportunity.
you're leading.
Opportunity.
I see.
for the drop. And so, because we're collectors, we like to give out
Hello, what have we here?
Collector tip.
a collector tip every pod.
Oh, that was
and once
well
a week
played.
too.
Well
No,
played.
Thank you.
Well played.
Yeah, we're
I'm sorry.
Trying to up the production
I'm sorry.
value of
I
this.
interrupted you. during-
podcast.
Excellent.
We were pointed to a direction on Twitter this weekend
Oh
that
my gosh.
last week our collector tip was, hey, go find Zach Paris on eBay and buy some vintage or Lego stands for your vehicles. And we got a lot of positive response with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are cool, man. We posted some pictures of what they look like. And
You interacted with him on eBay, right?
I did. It was brief, but the man has over 20,000 sales on eBay. And so,
It was a very brief response, but I did read it with an Australian accent.
oh, well. So,
Like 4 times.
yeah, he appreciated the love that we gave him last week, and I know some of you guys are going to go get a stand or two from him, and it's just going to really up the game on your collection at home. But this is similar to this. This is a place where talk about going down the rabbit hole.
It's called a wallet breaker.
It's called Top Ramen Maker.
Yeah.
You gotta. We're gonna have to.
Yeah. We should all just move in together. We could collect the funds from
Oh,
our house payments and
Exactly.
and go to this site. And what is it?
It's called Hole in the Ground. All one word. HoleInTheGround.me or something like that. But this
think
guy
it is
makes
.me, yeah.
the guy makes makes accessories, chairs, boxes, tables, scene. If you want to custom make scenes for your figures to go into, I would say go to this site. Except that I know that because we have seen this site, we're gonna drop some cash on this place because the things are so cool.
Yeah, and reasonably priced as far as I could tell. I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
So let's talk. So one of the what happened was we had somebody post, or we like to post on Twitter, of a kind of a collection, which was the table that they're standing around on Yavin with the Death Star hologram above, and they have replicated this table, and in the display we saw was all of these characters standing around the table with multiple pilots and all the favorite characters, the Millennium Falcon in the background with somebody on top. I mean, it was fantastic. We're like, where'd this table come from? And then, of course, it was mentioned in the comments. Go to this holeintheground.me. I believe you're right. And wow. So this guy custom makes things that you can't find, obviously, through the normal toy channels or vintage toy channels, but that will add to your collection in extreme ways. I was really big on getting a bunch of chairs until Andy reminded me that the figure's knees don't bend, so we'd have a bunch of children on chairs.
Here's the website. It's holeinthegroundpro.com.
There it is.
holeinthegroundpro.com. And yeah, there's props, costumes, set design pieces,
Death Star walls. I mean, all this cool stuff.
really, really cool stuff. If money's tight, don't go to this site because
Don't do it. Don't do it.
want to.
Or if you do, go incognito.
yeah, under an assumed name.
No. I
with
mean,
with your
when you go
Visa.
to in private on your browser, that's how you do this one. All right, it's that dangerous.
Yeah, it's totally cool, and I'm glad you guys shared that with us so that we can share it with others. Well done to the guy that makes this stuff, man, because it is, like we said, we can't speak highly enough about what we saw on it.
Awesome. All right. Well, what's next? What do we have?
Well, Josh, you had a hot take that you wanted to share, and I thought it was a really good fan theory coming from one of our own. This isn't something that
Right.
This is something
At
that
least
you
as
thought.
far as I can tell, I haven't. Obviously there's plenty of thoughts out there, but I think it's original.
Okay.
It's my original thought. Now, if it's been out there, please trust me when I say I hadn't seen or heard or subconsciously grabbed this. I don't think subconsciously. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
But we're Andy and I and Trevor. You're just are in pretty deep into Resistance.
Yeah.
But I did hear some kind of spoilers, and so spoiler alert. If you haven't watched it, just so you know, spoiler alert. We're going to talk a little bit about it. the Resistance animated series, they dropped the trailer for the mid-season, and then they kind of had a trailer for the final episode, which we have not reached yet. However, the commentary about that episode made me think, because there is a scene in an upcoming episode I haven't watched yet, but heard about, I got spoiled, where Hux, they're watching Hux's speech on Starkiller.
Right.
He's giving the full Hitler-esque
yeah.
First Order kind of commentary. And they watch that on Colossus, which brings the Resistance into sync with Force Awakens. Meaning they're now caught up to Force Awakens. They're into Force Awakens as far as the timeline goes. And they're about to start season 2, which, given that, I think Last Jedi starts like a day after Force Awakens, so there's not the big break like we had in Empire. It's like the day after the end of Force Awakens. And so you got to think about that season 2, whatever their timeline might be, they're going to try and constrict it a little bit and keep it in sync, because obviously they don't want to go beyond Last Jedi and then have events happening with the First Order in its current predicament or status and the Resistance, etc. So, long story short, my thought, especially after watching how much Kaz, the main character in Resistance, is interacting with Poe, and obviously BB-8, who's a main character as well, a supporting character, following Kaz around everywhere, I was like, man, Poe, it's like every 3 episodes, Poe and Kaz hook up and they go on some secret mission.
Well, and Kaz even gets to meet General Leia.
Yeah, Leia, and it's fantastic. So
really cool.
So after hearing about the overlap of the timeline, which I really hadn't gathered from watching the Resistance by itself, just after hearing that Resistance now is in sync with Force Awakens at least, here's my theory.
Let's hear it.
Kaz will have a cameo as a human or a living person, actor, in Episode 9.
So here's
my prediction. I guess it's not a theory.
Here's why I like this theory.
All right.
Because we know, because it's been discussed about many times on this podcast, the Resistance is down to a few people on a Millennium Falcon, as far as we know.
As far as the Resistance in that fleet, yeah.
Yeah, and so we know that they're short on people that can do stuff,
right?
That are Resistance sympathizers, and we know that Kaz and Poe are friends
and pilots, and Kaz is a pilot. So
yes.
I mean, I have no problem in whatever dogfight battle scene with starships, with Kaz coming in as part of another squadron. And going,
just
what's
like,
up, Poe? And Poe like, Kaz, what's happened to BB? And BB going to Kaz and like, hey, what's up, BB? Because Kaz and BB were buds for a bit. I mean, and just whatever.
That's it.
That could be it. Very Wedge Antilles, very Biggs, whatever.
That got him.
Or Kaz doing something goofy and almost dying and taking out a Star Destroyer or whatever they're called now. What are they called now? Star Destroyers?
Dreadnoughts.
Yeah, it's the big ones. Whatever. A big ship.
You know who would know?
Who?
My man Raul.
Well, Raul will teach us next week. But anyway, so there it is. There's my prediction or hot take or whatever you want to call it, is that Kaz from the Resistance animated series.
Well, and the thing is, too, the second part why I like this is that he would have a very recognizable outfit.
Yeah,
that jacket
and hairdo. He's going to have the sidewalls and all that stuff.
Sure, and yeah, the jacket, is as recognizable right now probably as Poe's jacket in Force Awakens. So.
Yeah, got the little shoulder plates and all kinds of cool stuff. So
green.
Now, if it hits the editing room floor, I still win. And by the way, by win, I mean that this is a competition and a bet, and I put money down, and you're going to pay me.
Hashtag Kaz in 9.
No, hashtag Mace Lives. Mace Lives. Mace Lives. Anyway, yeah, and Kaz in 9.
Kaz in 9.
Kaz in 9.
Definitely.
Kaz in 9.
All right, the last thing I want to talk about for the pod here today, and it's something that is near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Trev, I know it's dear to you because the guy that we're going to talk about is the best friend of the guy that you have hanging on your wall in your basement. Lando. Let's talk Lando here. Lando, they are, of course you have heard by now, that they're bringing Lando back for Episode 9, which I think's great. However, given what we know about the Star Wars universe sequels, the original characters,
Is that someone else we can kill?
they aren't making it, right? We've
And
lost
Billy's like 80 something already.
Yeah, I know.
They're
He's-
bringing him back to kill him off.
He's not a
No
young man.
freaking way.
So what I wanted to talk about here, he's in episode 9, but for what purpose? Why do you think they would bring Lando back for episode 9? What do you think he's going to do there? Is it a small part, or is he going to have a big role to play? I have some ideas.
Okay,
How do you
you
want
want me to go first?
share?
Are you afraid that I'm going to step on your ideas? Because we haven't talked about this.
No, we haven't. Intentionally, I didn't want to. I wanted this to be fresh.
So there's two ways I approach this really quickly. One is that they're still trying to focus, obviously, on the new era, which would be Rey and Kylo, whatever, and Poe and whatever. And so they're going to keep the time on that. Let's not focus too much on the older characters. So we're not going to bring Lando in and make him, number 1 or even number 2, as far as attention. However, at some point we're going to have the death of Leia. We have to. And I think JJ is going to do it right. Lando's going to return for her funeral, her memorial. If that's it, fine. So maybe he's just in the crowd and it's a fist bump to or a hug to Chewie to kind of show the connection between because Lando, Chewie, and Leia had a connection after Han was carbonated.
Yeah.
Obviously, for
Chewie and Lando go way back.
Chewie and Lando go way back. They fly in. Do they fly? No.
Yeah, when they go get Han, they're flying together.
They're flying
in the
together.
Millennium
They
Falcon.
leave in the End Empire. Thank you. Sorry, I was thinking of Jedi. But anyway, so it could be that Lando comes back to pay respects, and that's what we get out of Lando, or it could be that Lando comes in conjunction with Chewie, in conjunction with Rey, and is like, "Let me fly my ship." And
So that was one of the things that I wanted to bring up. Lando has connections with Han and Leia,
Right.
and Chewie,
right,
and the Falcon. The Falcon is basically its own character at this point,
exactly.
especially with now what we know with L7,
Right.
being the
Being
the
part of
brains
it,
of
yeah,
the
being the
Falcon.
brains
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
the hyperdrive, navigational system. But so it would be what's the word I'm looking for? Serendipitous is the word I'm looking for. It'd be serendipitous
That was a long S.
if we get a scene of Lando in the pilot seat. Maybe with Chewie, maybe by himself. Maybe he goes and
Definitely with Chewie.
Maybe he goes and touches the gold dice in remembrance of Han. Like we got with Luke. But
Ooh, what if he takes the dice back? There it is. Lando's taking no, that's it. You just did it. Lando's
Hashtag Lando takes the dice.
taking because Leia had the dice from Luke. Leia passes on. Lando gets the dice back.
End of story.
Full circle.
Leia didn't get the dice. She got the hologram
She got the
dice.
fake dice.
Nah, did
They're
she,
still in the.
They
she
disappeared.
picked them up, I thought. Did
No,
they disappear?
They
disappeared when
When
Luke,
when Kylo picked them up, they disappeared out of his hand.
That's how many times I watched Last Jedi.
so
Once.
so
Anyway,
so that's what Lando has connection to, and by proxy, he has connection to Ben or Kylo because Kylo's dad Han
Yeah.
is like his best buddy. So here's what I thought might be interesting. They're bringing Lando back to try and redeem Kylo. I don't think it'll work.
like talk some sense
Okay,
into him?
so like
cool guy, cool uncle?
Well, kind of like maybe there's a moment, I don't know. And I'm reaching, but there would be a moment. Here's the reason why they could bring him back. There's a moment between like they happen to see each other and like maybe Kylo kills Lando.
No,
but-
Lobot
No.
would never let that happen. Lobot jumps on Kylo's back.
Those Ugnaughts
just
swamp him.
silently like chokes him out.
But he says something like because this line happens in movies, right? This line right here, your father really loved you, Ben.
Ooh.
Something like that. Something like,
But way smoother than you did.
yeah, way
smoother.
You can't.
Hey.
You can't do it. Lando.
No, when I do Lando, it ends up sounding like Chef from South Park. But
Let's hear it. Let's hear that.
nah, pass. But something along those lines, like, hey, your father loved you. It's something like that, where it maybe just like strikes a chord with them or something, and then I don't know. I'm just running through scenarios, or maybe he's there again, for the same reasons why Kaz might make an appearance, because the resistance is down and they're trying to grab everybody they can.
General,
and
Lando
he is
Calrissian.
a general. Yes, he is a retired general.
Right. 4 square.
He's got 4 squares on his badge. And maybe they need him to come back and bring some leadership, for the resistance to pick back up. Maybe they're bringing him back just so he and Chewie can fly off and he can drop Chewie at Kashyyyk and he can go back to Bespin.
Maybe he out-scoundrels Benicio. I forget his
Del Toro.
character's name. Maybe the scoundrel gets scoundreled by. Come on.
that's an
Benicio
interesting
was the
twist.
scoundrel of the. So what's his name? I don't know his character's name. I'm sorry, because I was so annoyed by him.
You asked me
because he's such a great
I
actor
thought.
doing. Yeah, and Lando's like, "Did I stutter?" And then, bam.
Scoundrels him.
Sorry, that's Mace again. I apologize. Mace lives. Hashtag Mace lives.
Well, the one thing to think about too with
DJ.
all the old characters.
DJ's his name. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why didn't you use that as Jedi or scoundrel?
I could've
Anyway,
been.
go ahead.
Well, all the old characters are being completely faded out with the new movies. So
Somebody's got we talked. Chewie's not going to die. No freaking way.
Oh my gosh.
there would
R2's
be a-
not
there
gonna
would be a
die.
Backlash, yeah. But what I'm saying is that is he just coming in to die, or is he going to come in and
No.
just have a kind of a outside role?
Death is enough because you can't overshadow Leia's inevitable death with another.
Or she goes
death.
hides on an island forever and you
No,
just fades
she's a
into
goner. So
nothing.
we can't. So Three's company. All right, done. They're gonna kill Han, Luke, Leia, Lando and Chewie
Kill
fly
everybody
off,
off.
and Chewie gets the last line in the movie.
Could be.
So do you think it's more likely that Lando has a cameo or he plays a role?
I think he's going to.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to cut you out, but I think he's going to have a lasting role in the show, whether he dies or not. But I think he'll have.
He's got
I like the idea of general. I think he comes in as a.
Because Akbar's gone. He's not. He's not going to. He's going to have a role. He's going to
like
come
that.
in. Akbar's gone. They screwed that up. Akbar should have died with high honors as far as the attention that was given to his demise. And so Lando's going to come in and fix that as the general who leads the final assault on whatever.
Okay.
Man, we theorized a lot of crap tonight.
Yeah, we did.
That was a lot of.
This
lot of going.
seems very, very chronically.
Well, we were named this way for a reason.
Well, there you go. Hey, I appreciate that theory. I love talking about. We could talk about Lando in another pod, like for the whole pod.
Yeah, so your theory on Kaz was great. My ideas about
it.
why Lando might show up, who knows.
And-
you know what? Twitter, Instagram,
Yeah,
Facebook, send us what you think.
Yeah.
What do you think Lando's there for? And do you think he's going to make it? Do you think Lando's going to make it all the way through? Trevor?
Yes, I think he'll live.
yes,
Josh?
yes.
All right. I hope he does.
You're just
What
going
do you-
with hope.
You can't hope. You got to pick.
No,
Yes
no,
or
no. That's the whole point of the resistance.
I was gonna
and
say.
the rebellion.
Wow.
is
Rebellions are built on hope.
Well, you can hope in one hand, and no, sorry.
Yeah, so tell us what you think. Why is Lando there, and what is his end game? Are we going to see his end game, or does he get to fly off into the double sunset?
He takes the Falcon. They're retiring that thing, which sucks. But he takes the Falcon with Chewie, and
And
they're
get a new
gone.
ship,
And
yeah.
Rey's got a modified land speeder, whatever she had.
Anyway,
Okay, well,
good pod, guys.
Good pod. Thanks
pod.
for
Thanks for
listening.